So let's think of what we could share with the group of individuals that are already thinking in terms of self-awareness and working on themselves and preparation in various situations and how to get in touch with other like-minded people that, some people are looking at how do you form communities or at least neighborhoods where individuals live in their own settings, but they're close by other ones that would want to be helping each other. What's the most important thing for them to be thinking about as they figure out what they're going to do in the coming weeks to be in as good of a position as possible?
So, of course, physical is always the best. And then you would start with your family, your personal family, and then work out to your friends and then your acquaintances. Mm-hmm. But not all of us have that benefit. Like my closest friend or family are 300 grizzly bears. And some black bears in there too. And so basically, I'm really enjoying and appreciating virtual community. And so that is possible. And you can brainstorm, you can support one another physically, spiritually, be inspired by other people's successes. So really, if you don't have friends or family in your local area, don't be bashful and shy about getting involved in a virtual community. And I'm not really talking like Facebook or something like that, although you might be able to do that. Like I'm a part of a dog loss because I lost my golden retriever to hemangiosarcoma. So I'm part of a group, and I've met lots of wonderful people that have also lost their dogs. So there is that possibility of maybe starting a Facebook group. But I'm finding that these Zoom meetings where we get together and we network and we brainstorm to be really valuable tools. And I learn as much from the people coming to these Zoom meetings as they learn from me. So it's a two-way street, and we just have this wonderful, beautiful conversation. And, we do have to be prepared on the physical side because we just really don't know. We live in a time that there's threats from space, there's earthquakes, and there's definitely going to be famine, I can guarantee it. So even if you don't have money, you can learn skills like wildcrafting. And so you could be busy looking up YouTubes on wildcrafting herbs and different things in your area that you can supplement your medicines and use as food. So I just had a lady from Wisconsin here, one of my followers, and I was showing her the different things that, this you can use for food and this is a medicine. And she was quite fascinated. So she ordered some of the books. One of those books you might want to secure because it's a really low price is called a PDR of Herbal Medicine. And that's a physician's desk reference for herbal medicine. And it will give you what parts of the plant do you use, what the different components of that plant are, the constituents, when you can take it, is it a food, is it a medicine, what is the active part, like do you have to eat the bark or do you eat the leaves, what dosage, and if there's a time that you really shouldn't take this herb, like let's say you've got gallbladder issues or you have migraines or something like that, then you wouldn't want to take maybe some particular herb or spice. And then you just go out and you get yourself some field guides for your area. This can all be done for under, I would say, $30.
And it can apply in the middle of a city too, if there's vacant lots and things like that.
Absolutely, because dandelions grow everywhere. You wouldn't believe the different weeds both have medicinal value and food value. And you can just go and start collecting and foraging and supplementing even your food budget right now.
Yeah, better to get used to it early anyway. So it won't be a change.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
a great idea. And what about, you said joining these groups that meet on Zoom. How do you find a good one of those?
So you can look around for like meetups and different groups. Of course, you're always welcome to join mine at the celestialreport.com.
Right.
And everybody's welcome. And I do answer everybody's questions. There's a lot of questions asked in 2 hours every week. And so, and I, like I said, I listen to your ideas too. And then we're always perfecting and refining that. And we do have a discussion group. So you might want to consider, if you're passionate about a particular thing or concerned about your local area, say, okay, I'm going to join Zoom. You can get a Zoom account for free.
Yeah.
If you have under 100 people. And you can do it yourself and say, hey, everybody in the Seattle area, I'd like you to come to my Zoom meeting. We're going to just talk and we're going to brainstorm. We're going to form community and then just expand from there. That's kind of what happened with me.
Okay, so if you're going to say, hey, everybody in my area, how do you do that?
So then I would, so you sign up for Zoom and then you determine the date that you're going to meet and how often you're going to meet, because consistency is key. It's kind of hard for people to remember the second Thursday of every month because, you know, the months change and people get busy.
Right.
So for me, I find it's very excellent attendance when I meet every week, because everybody knows Tuesday nights with Celeste at 6 Montana time.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to remember. And then you start advertising on your different social media platforms. And you say, you know what, I'm in Seattle, you know, come on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock and we're going to talk about plants one week, or we're going to talk about community one week, or we're going to talk about situational awareness one week.
So say they've never done any advertising online. Is that hard to do, or is there a place to look to figure out how to do it, or what do you?
So all you pretty much do is you have your Zoom thing, and what with Zoom you have to send your people an invite. So you have your invite with the hyperlink for them to get to you, and you just give them the time.
Right, but I'm saying, how do you find those people?
I would do a search. Well, I would just do on your Facebook page your initial advertising and let the people find you. You don't have to find them. They will. So
you don't have to like sign up for weekly paid advertising or anything like that?
No, it's free. It's free. You just use whatever social media platform you have. Say, this is, I want some community in my area, and would you like to join me? And we're all about solutions.
Right.
And people will come.
Yeah. It sounds exciting. The time, whatever time we've got left right now, before things get difficult, you know, to communicate things like that, this is really valuable time, right? So these ideas for how to use it are super important, seems to me.
And, you know, what may start out like this one person that just visited me for 3 days, she was a follower and she lives in Wisconsin, and she just reached out and said, I'm going to be in your area. Are you open? Could I come over for a cup of coffee? And I said, well, why don't you stay for a day or two? And so we had the most marvelous time harvesting my fruit and vegetables. And I taught her how to can meat. And we just had delightful conversations and food. So it may start as an internet friendship, or, you know, part of your group, and then you meet the person and you just click. And so I call her my forever sister now. Wow.
That's exciting. All right. Well, I guess the main thing is for people to start. And if you don't have I guess you would want some kind of like a Facebook page or something like that. If you don't have it, you could start it free, and that's where you would put your ad. Right, inviting people
Yes,
to
it could
join
be
the group.
Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be LinkedIn, it could be Instagram, whatever. You could even do with your phone, if you're a little bit technical savvy, you can do a 1-minute video. I'm having a community meeting and put your town
Mm-hmm.
at 6 o'clock on Tuesday evening and put the time zone because you're going to get people from around the world
Yeah,
and
exactly.
say, I would love for you to join. And this is what, and have a theme, but don't stick to it. I mean, don't be like, a taskmaster. We're just going to
Right.
stick to this theme. You're going to want, let it be organic. So let it change as you're listening
Right.
to the people that come and what are their problems, and you're there to help facilitate the solutions, just
Yeah.
much like what you're doing right now, Richard.
These platforms that were started for various purposes that are not necessarily friendly, they can be perfect for good use too.
Absolutely. If Facebook, so the reason I was totally against Facebook, but
Yeah.
I had this golden retriever that kept running away from home,
Right.
and the only way I could find him, and believe me, he ran for 10 days, like 10 miles away, and
Wow.
every single time I found him through the people at Facebook. And
Huh.
if Facebook can help me find my wayward dog,
Yeah, it's amazing.
Facebook can help you find community in your area.
Right. Pretty neat. Okay, so everybody's ready to start. It's going to be exciting to see what happens. And we have to stay in touch with you to see when your preparation guide comes out and all the new updates. So we'll stay in touch.
Okay, I'll keep you posted.
All right.